Welcome. I'm often asked, what's the difference between having a desire and having a preference? Because I work a lot with Taoism, and of course my book, The Tao of Influence, that's available on McGregor.com, is something that I have been passionate about now for 3 years, and really helping people to see where the egoic mind creates preferences to keep us from really being in the present moment. Desire is something different, however. So let's take a look at, how they're different. So preferences are things that are created when you're very young to support you in distracting yourself from that feeling that maybe you're not okay, or maybe you're not worthy, or maybe you're not lovable. And so as you get older, you start to have more and more preferences. As an example, when you're a baby, you don't say to your mom, "Get those pink socks off, I want blue." You don't say, "I want long hair, not short hair," or the opposite. You just kind of go with the flow, and whatever you look like is good enough, right? And then suddenly we have preferences, and we want to wear certain colors. We want to look a certain way. We want to talk a certain way. And then suddenly the preferences involve other people. This is where, of course, a lot of conflict comes from. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the sound of your voice. I don't like how early you get up in the morning. I don't like how you brush your teeth, and so forth. So a lot of preferences are the I don't likes. And what happens is that as we build on these I don't likes, it really isn't your personality. It's not your deep innermost being that's creating these preferences. These are actually, if you look at preferences, it's almost like you have your original wound, that maybe you're not okay as you are. And all these bandages that you put to cover that original wound are bandages of preference. And so you create all these preferences to hide the fact that maybe you're not okay as you are. And that's how your mind works. It actually tries to keep you from that original wound by pointing the finger and judging and blaming and having all these different preferences. And soon enough, you become what I call someone who's difficult to live with or difficult to deal with. And so if you want a spiritual practice, I highly recommend that you look at lessening your preferences. If you want to be more conscious, simply look at how many preferences do I have that are keeping me from being fully happy and fulfilled in life. Now, let's look at desire. What's the difference? Desire is your innermost being. It is the soul's calling. It is the thing that wants to come through you constantly through your intuition. It's that driving force of why you're actually here to make a difference as a global influencer. And so whatever comes from that force of love and from that force of do good for humanity, that's what I call desire. So how can you tell if you have a desire or a preference? Well, for me, it's very easy. If I have a preference, I'm usually feeling a little bit annoyed or feeling a little bit, if I'm not annoyed now, I could very easily in 30 seconds be annoyed if someone doesn't agree with my preference. However, if you have a desire and there's passion and there's conviction, what happens is anything around you that might go wrong or could go wrong doesn't alter that feeling of desire. Because the desire, even though you can layer it with fears and things, it never goes away. It never shows up as blame, shame, and so forth. It is your integral spiritual self that wants to explode through everything else. And when you let it, that's when truly your influence takes off. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. And next to the subscribe button, there's a bell. You can click on that to get notified when our next video is up. Have a great day.